Yeah, anyway, Tyler, Schedule 1 developer, put out this post earlier, said that the Cartel update will be available on the beta branch next week, slightly later than originally planned. I tend to skew a little optimistic with my timelines, and here are some sneak peeks. So this is great because, yeah, this is like the first that we've heard since. Like, if you go to his profile, like the last update was in July 7th, almost a month ago, just saying that it was available in Australia. But this one here actually says like, hey, I'm working on it. It's going to be in the beta first. It's not going to be on the actual, like, the, I don't know what you would call it, the current release of the game. But anyway, it's going to be on the beta branch. So I don't think that I'm going to play the beta. I think I'm just going to wait. Like, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to play the beta and want to see it. I think I'm just going to wait for it to come out. I've waited this long. I'll just keep waiting. I've got other things I want to play too. So I'm fine waiting. And I'd rather play it when it's out and it's done. Like, let all the beta testers go through and find all the bugs and deal with all the shit. I'm dealing with enough of that in Grounded. I'll just wait. So these are the previews. First guy in truck. Looks like he's parked out front of the hotel. So this is probably one of the main characters that you have to go up against in the cartel. Cool peek there. Why did it jump to the? Okay, jump to the phone. I'm gonna come back to that though. Shotgun. Again, cool to have. I've never really used guns too much, but I'm guessing now with the cartel, these things will be more relevant. So a shotty would be nice. And then there's the cartel gang members. Yeah, she's pointing a gun at you. Like, if I got to deal with this crap, I'm getting a shotgun. But anyway, this is the one that really stood out to me. We need 90 Granddaddy Purple. You've got 3 days to get it to us. Payment is $23.80. So you have to, from the drop off at Highland Manor, don't be late. The way that text reads to me is that you have to give both. You have to give him 90 Granddaddy Purple and almost $2,400. I'm guessing that this isn't like the first demand, that this is just later, like it piles on and gets harder and harder and harder. And that's like the pressure system that makes you change it or makes you fight them or do whatever you got to do to win. I'm guessing that's how it's going to play out. But I'm glad to see this because in the original video, I thought he said 50 and I was like, oh, that could be tough. And then he said 15 and I was like, like 50 is probably where it needs to be. And so I'm glad to see that that's the direction that we're moving, making it harder and harder and harder and not just like, because I think in the original leaks that we saw, it was like 15 OG Kush or something like that you had to give them. And that's really not that hard to come up with, especially in 3 days. 90 Granddaddy Purple, that's like 12 plants if you have them on the regular rotation because it's 8 buds per, so that'd be 10 for 80. So 2 more would be 16, that'd be 96. So you need at least 11, 12 plants to be able to get to that much. And so you'd have to grow that in 3 days. You could do it. It takes about a day to grow from what I remember. So you could do it with like 4 plants. So like the sweatshop thing, you could set up probably 6, 8 plants in there. So you could do it. It's not impossible, but it is costly. It severely hampers your ability. And then on top of that, you've got to make $2,400 as well. And most people, especially in the early game, I mean, he's like downtown reading his phone right now, but doesn't mean he's got all the buyers and suppliers unlocked at that point. So coming up with $2,400 could be a little challenging, especially early on in the game. It's all about the scale, right? If it starts slow and you start with 15, then you work your way to 30, 45, all the way up 60, 75, 90. If it's increments of 15 like that, all the way up to 90, or if it's just like 30, 60, 90. It's all about like how fast it hits you and how long you have to do each one. 90 in 3 days is possible. It's definitely tough. The $2,400 adds that extra layer of not only do I gotta save some for the gang, but I've also got to come up with some money. It's good. I like it. Rival Cartel update was the way to go. I still think police has to be next. Like F the mushrooms, F whatever the other one was. Like, let me see, is it still in here? Yeah, F the mushrooms and whatever else they end up putting in there. Police expansion has to be next. That's where I'm at. But I like that kind of pressure building. Some people just like the farming aspect. But I'm guessing that there will be like some kind of difficulty thing that you can turn it down. So hopefully that's the case. Looks good. Can't wait. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to play the beta. I'm just going to let it come out when it comes out and then I'll play it then. So anyway, that's your unplanned Schedule 1 update. There you go.